Hello friends, in this video let's see stresses, strains, its types. Type of stress based upon force normal to the cross section, it is called as longitudinal stress, tensile stress, compressive stress and bulk stress. These are the stresses when creating the force applied normal to the cross section. Shear stress or tangential stress are created when the force is applied parallel to the cross section. Other type of stresses: bending stress, torsional stress and thermal stress. Let's see one by one. Stress is the internal resistive force created within the body when applying the external load. Suppose there is an object, we are applying the load. Due to this applying load, internal resistive force will create like this. P is applied force, is the internal resistive force. Internal resistive force. Stress is a measure of strength. Next, strain. Strain is the ratio between change in dimension to original dimension. It is a measure of deformation. Let's see tensile stress and strain. Stress induced when force acting, that is tensile force acting normal to the cross section. See this picture. This is the cross section of this rod and we are applying the force here. Due to this tensile force, applied force, internal force, resistive force will create here. Beyond which this internal resistive force, when the load is increased, it will get extended and it elongate, so the strain will create. Force will be equal and opposite force. These two force P are equal. Example, tug of war rope, cable, crane. Suppose if you are lifting a weight through a crane, the wire will applied tensile force and the tensile strain will be created in this wire. So stress is equal load by cross sectional area, strain is change in length divided by original length. This is a general formula. Here load is nothing but tensile load, because this one is tensile stress and strain. Due to this tensile load, length will change, increased length divided by original length. Next, compressive stress and strain. Stress induced when compressive force acting normal to the cross section. See, these two forces are compressive force, both are equal, and due to this compressive force, let's cut the cross section. We are applying the force P. Due to this, internal resistive force will create to oppose this force. Example, concrete pillar. See, there is a pillar for a building. This pillar experienced by compressive force. Stress is load by area. Here we are applying the load of compressive load. Load divided by original cross section area. Strain is, now due to this compressive force, length will decrease, so decreased length divided by original length. Next, let's see the Young's modulus. We know that Hooke's law, within elastic limit, stress is proportional to strain. Up to the proportional limit, Hooke's law holds good, but it is applicable up to the elastic limit. The stress is proportional to the strain. Young's modulus is a mechanical property measure of stiffness of a solid material. Write this. Young's modulus is the ratio between stress and strain. Unit of stress is Newton per millimeter square. Unit of strain is no unit. So unit is Newton per millimeter square. Let's see shear stress. A pair of force acting tangentially on a body with the same magnitude but opposite direction, that is called shear force. Due to the shear force, stress will be created into this object. So what happened? The object will bend like this because of these two forces. So the internal force created, that is called shear force. The stress created within the body is called shear stress. Shear stress arises due to the shear force acting on the body. Shear stress can be calculated shear force divided by original cross section area. Example: cutting the cloth by scissors, writing on the board with chalk, brushing our teeth, painting. These are the best example for shear force application. For example, if stack of cords placed on the place, now I am applying the force on the top surface. Due to this, all the cords will bend like this. It will bend some angle. So due to the shear force, it will tilt to some angle. Next, let's see the shear stress and strain in detail. Suppose there is two plates. That plates are riveted. Now we are applying the force tangentially, equal force. Due to this force, the rivet will cut here. So we can calculate shear stress. Shear stress equal shear force divided by area. Here shear force is P divided by area of rivet, circular rivet, pi by 4 into d square. Here single shear is happening, so the area formula is formula for circular cross section. Suppose there is two plate. Now it is riveted. We are applying the same force on this plate. Due to this application of force, rivet will get fractured like this. It will cut at two places. So shear stress equal shear force divided by area. Shear force is P divided by, here the rivet cut into two pieces, so 2A, because this force is resisted at two places, so there is chance for breaking into two. So P divided by 2 into circular cross section pi by 4 into d square. So we will get P divided by pi by 2 d square. Shear modulus: within elastic limit, shear stress is directly proportional to shear strain. Shear stress directly proportional to shear strain. So we can change this directly proportional like this: E equal C into shear strain. Here shear stress. Now C equal shear stress divided by shear strain. So this C is called shear modulus or modulus of rigidity. Next, bearing pressure. Due to the rotation, pressure is developed within the location of area of bearing and journal of contact area. This is called bearing pressure. Let's see this picture. There is a bearing and shaft. Due to this rotation, pressure will be created within the bearing. That is called bearing pressure. So bearing pressure we can calculate like this. load by area bearing process. So here load is P divided by area is length of the bearing into diameter of the journal. L into D, load unit is Newton, here unit is millimeter square. Next, impact stress. Machine member are subjected to impact stress when the load is applied suddenly. Stress produced due to falling of the load. See, now there is a load, it is suddenly falling on the object. So we can calculate the stress by multiplying some value due to the impact. Normal stress can be calculated load by area, and additionally we can multiply this value with the direct stress. We can find the impact stress. Here the h is height of the falling object, w is weight of falling object, l is length of the bar. Next, torsional stress. There is a rod, it is subjected to a twisting moment. Now we are applying the twisting moment on the rod, so the torsional stress will created due to the application of torque. Stress created due to twisting of shaft by applying the twisting moment at each end in opposite direction. Example, accelerating bike, tightening bolt and nut are the best example. Next, bending stress. See, a rod is there and it is supported at the two end A and B, and load is applied here. Due to this application of load, it will try to bend. Stress created when the object is subjected to bending. Load is applied perpendicular to top of the length. Here, this is the length of the object and load is applied perpendicular to the length. Bending moment is 0 and stress in horizontal plane is 0. Here, stress in the horizontal plane is 0. Stress in the horizontal plane is 0. Stress is created only in the vertical plane because of application of load is in vertical line. Next, bulk or volumetric stress. Application of external force, object dimensions vary in 3 dimensions. Example, you take a cube, we are applying the load in y direction, x direction and z direction. Due to this 3 direction, stress will be created. That stress is called bulk stress or volumetric stress. So sigma bulk equal sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z. Next, thermal stress. Due to the temperature, the stress will be created within the object, that is called thermal stress. Thermal load acts on a body, object will expand, stress induced and the length will be increased. That stress is called thermal stress. Increased length will directly proportional to the supplied heat. This change in length will be directly proportional to the applied temperature, that is heat. Application, refrigerator and air conditioning unit, bimetallic strip, thermostat. These are the best example for thermal stress application. Next, lateral and linear strain. Linear strain in its own direction, that is called linear strain. Lateral strain in opposite direction, that is called lateral strain. Volumetric strain, system of force acting on a body undergoes a deformation in direction, that is called volumetric strain. We can calculate the volumetric strain, change in volume divided by original volume. Volumetric strain for a body subjected to axial force we can calculate by using this formula. Suppose the body is applied with mutual perpendicular axis, we can find the strain by using this formula. Bulk modulus is a measure of how resistant to compression that a substance is, calculated by using this formula. Direct stress divided by volumetric strain. This is the formula. Next, let's see the relationship between the bulk modulus and Young's modulus. Here bulk modulus is K and Young's modulus is E. E equal 3K into 1 minus 2 mu. By using this formula, we can calculate unknown values. Next, relationship between Young's modulus and modulus of rigidity, E equal 2G into 1 plus mu. Next, relation between Young's modulus, bulk modulus, shear modulus, E equal 9GK divided by 3K plus G. Next, let's see the Poisson's ratio. When a material is stressed within the elastic limit, lateral strain is proportional to the linear strain. So we can eliminate this proportionality by equaling with some constant. That constant is called Poisson's ratio. Poisson ratio is the ratio between lateral strain to linear strain. Normally it is denoted by 1 by m or mu. Let's see the Poisson ratio for different material. Steel, it holds a Poisson ratio 0.2 to 0.3, and for rubber 0.45 to 0.5, concrete 0.08 to 0.18. The Poisson ratio is low for concrete and high for rubber. Normally Poisson ratio value is 0 to 0.5. This is the minimum value, maximum value. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.